and then once on a Boba Hancock figure. That's it. I've come on a Nami figure one time, and then once on a Boba Hancock figure. That's it. I've come on a Nami figure one time, and then once on a Boba Hancock figure. That's it. I've come on a Nami figure one time, and then once on a Boba Hancock figure. That's it. I've come on a Nami figure one time, and then once on a Boba Hancock figure. That's it. I've come on a Nami figure one time, and then once on a Boba Hancock figure. That's it. I've come on a Nami figure one time, and then once on a Boba Hancock figure. That's it. I've come on a Nami figure one time, and then once on a Boba Hancock figure. That's it. I've come on a Nami figure one time, and then once on a Boba Hancock figure. That's it. I've come on a Nami figure one time, and then once on a Boba Hancock figure. That's it. I've come on a Nami figure one time, and then once on a Boba Hancock figure. That's it. I've come on a Nami figure one time, and then once on a Boba Hancock figure. That's it. I've come on a Nami figure one time, and then once on a Boba Hancock figure. That's it. I've come on a Nami figure one time.
Welcome. It's your boy Not Critical. Yeah, I mean now it's viral. And this is the pendulum swings work, right? So on the left, essentially the left is all about, I suppose, just you can do anything you want, and there's no bullying, and everyone's gonna love you, and it's like, and this is what's happened. It's just basically, while the Democrats are in power, they're just letting anyone just do anything. So you want to be, hey, here's like 1,000 pronouns. They're gonna do it. But now the Republicans are back, and it's gone like a bit more like right. They just use logic. So they just don't refuse. It's like Tex Jones was just the stupidest grift, because he was like trying to be, I suppose, like this like all-American patriot, but then he was like, he wasn't. He was just a goon baiter, like the worst type as well. It was like lolly. It was like basically like I've never ever had an interest to ever play him. In fact, I get distracted when game. Like, even in this, when they have Stark with the Lilionette, which is just meant to be, it's just him. It's just his. He's just like made a clone of himself, but it's just like a female. Like even that is just like a bit annoyingly distracting. But they've like made entire games and shows with these people, and these people just will unshamelessly admit that they just jerk off to it, and it's absolutely vile. I don't know if that's just a delusion because of the First Amendment or whatever it is. They can just say what they want, but it just doesn't translate. And it doesn't mean like I can't react to it and put shame on it. Do you see what I mean? I don't care if it's the First Amendment, and it's just like this is like the testing they're trying to do. It's like, yeah, you can say that. You can say whatever you want, fine. But if you're going to say, I want to jerk off to hentai, or like these like little girl characters, of course I'm going to probably like judge you for like differently on that. I'm not going to say you can't say it, because it is really funny. Because it isn't illegal, I suppose, but it's just really fucked up. So basically, yeah, you've just been, when your fans are like probably watching you, I just think that a lot of them are just watching you out of like a sort of demented malice. It's like they're not actually your fans. They're just kind of quasi bonding with you in a really unhealthy manner. They're all just probably in the same sort of situation as you in life, but none of it's like the blind leading the blind. Like, because he's fucked in the head. All these like mental issues. You just overshare stuff. It's just, you won't even like be able to like War bought that out. Maybe it was true. And this is the stupid thing as well. It's just like, your legacy is really important to you, but people just trade it out for shekels. Because Tectone's now, his whole life is stained. His whole life is stained. That's it. He's not going to be able to get past this. He's too obvious looking. Like maybe in like no, I just think if people just know him, it'll just come out. It'll just be the sort of thing that's going to haunt him for like ever. And he's traded that in for basically probably like not a bad amount of money, but it's just gonna dry out because you just get used to a lifestyle and you just think like the gravy train's never gonna end because you just think like you're on this like perpetual climb and it just didn't work like that. Things are just so sporadic online, especially if you like drop off the platform for a time. And I think that's what Brittany Fenty's experiencing because her numbers never seem very high. But then I know she gets a lot of donations through, but I don't even think they can contribute to a lot. But I'm sure they do. I'm sure she's probably earning a lot more than me. I'm not going to just lie her. But her issue is just going to be is that when she drops off, which will just inevitably be probably when she gets into her late 20s. Like, what's she going to be able to like do? Because she's not going to want to work. She won't be able to get a job, which is going to be earning a salary she's done based on the skills she has. I don't think there's like any kind of job you can transfer that into. Because you're going to say she's going to be like a brand manager. It's just I think like people just like, well, what's your experience? Or I had a big channel. Okay, well, that doesn't really mean anything. Like, maybe be a teacher, but like again, I just don't think that sort of stuff's relevant. Or it's just stupid. She hasn't got any children. Hasn't got a husband. So she's just going to be on her own. And it's just like, this is what a lot of these women are doing. It's just if you're just going to be a woman who's going to be earning quite good money, you're going to make it really hard for yourself. So, like, to give you context, it's like, let's just say Katie earns like 90 grand a year. Because she's like famous and she's like, she knows like how much work I suppose she's had to put in, even though it's still not as much as like what a bloke has to do. Because it's just to be a famous bloke, they do say it's like 3 times harder, I think they say it's 10 times harder. So I think they do really accept that. People just know like to be a famous woman is not that difficult. Because if you just basically show Bob and the Gene, you're going to get like a massive platform. And you just be famous. But if you're a bloke, you have to like really be like above and beyond. But yeah, let's just say you're doing that, and you're like one of the people who's earning like 90 grand a year, which is really good in like the UK. That's like the top, definitely the top like 5%. So she's gonna probably like be very, very picky because she's been goy-lorded into thinking that she's kind of allowed to have the same kind of preferences that men have, but it's just not true. It's just that's what she's been goy-lorded on. All women have been goy-lorded on. So what I mean by that is like, so for men, the things that they like about women, in average, and like a high average, because this is what we've been doing for the last like 30,000 years. We like to have like feminine women who are like as pure as possible, so really not promiscuous at all. Like, literally probably only had like 1 or 2 partners, like one usually being like the optimal. It used to be very common into like the 1950s, very, very common. It's like I say to you, if you like watch like Archie comics, I'm just trying to give you like an example. It's like the way like the women in there like they just act like women, don't they? They're just very like prim and proper, and they're just wearing like feminine clothing, but it's like not slutty. It's like the perfect balance. You just think like Betty when she's just whatever she wears. It's not she's not wearing like anything that's promiscuous at all. Um, even if they went to the beach, they would always be wearing like I think like a onesie or just something just very tasteful. Just never wearing like a thong or it's, um. And also, like, when they kind of like flirted with the dudes, like the only sort of flirting they would like, the only sort of amount of like you'd be gets away with is like a kiss on the cheek. That was literally it. That's like how kind of like I suppose like flirty you could be. You might be able to play kiss chase as a kid, like when you were a kid, and that would like that's the acceptable amount. There'd never ever be any groping or any like snogging or any like actual like masturbating, right? You see what I, or like, you see what I mean? It's just that was kind of how it worked because the whole point of it was meant to be was like you would like you just be attracted to one of those girls, and you would just sort of like spend time sort of like wooing them, but you wouldn't ever really potentially have like full penetrative sex until like you've actually like, got married, if that makes sense. It's like actually really uncommon, and I think there's a good reason for that, and that's like what was being weaponized against us, because it just meant that you'd just be so much more likely to stay with your husband because like you haven't had the chance to experience it with anyone else, and you're like women aren't like able to like not think about that. If that makes sense. I think men can move on, and they can just go like, okay, yeah, I accept that I have this wife or ex-wife. Like women can't. I think they just can't. And it's not their fault. And so we should really protect them more. That's the problem. But like, it's just forces outside of our realm that cause us to do this. And I remember, right, I knew this Jewish person, and I actually remember like they got married, and they came from this like insanely like enclosed, proper Jewish, like, or almost like Orthodox, I think. Like, and when they got married, apparently they were both like virgins. And I just remember they sent this video, and they just both were like saying how, because it was like, they invited us to their wedding, but we didn't want to go. They sent us this like video, like saying how upset they were we weren't going or something. They just looked insane. But these people were basically, so to give you context, they come from like this Jewish like Orthodox place where they're just gonna be like, it would be super ethno state, even though it's like in London. They would somehow have just been brought up in their last like 24, 5, 6, 7 years of their life, just never ever being tempted to just like fornicate, because they've obviously just gone to like, they're just like the strictest class of Jew, I suppose. The being Orthodox would mean you have to be like really, really, you couldn't eat shellfish. So to give you context, it's like, I know, I know like Jewish people like Larry David or Sir Lord Alan Sugar, for example, in the UK. But like I've seen scenes of him like eating like lobster and crayfish. Like, you could obviously, if you're an Orthodox, you wouldn't be able to do that. But it's like, it's just funny because they will like turn their nose up at pork, but they'd just be like, well, they're eating shellfish. Because there was like an episode of Curb Your Enthusiasm where like Larry eating a lobster. There was such a prop actually input. It's like, no, I don't think so. I don't think he would have done that because he knows he's meant to be Jewish in the show, so it just didn't make any sense. There was no joke about it either. So it's like they just decide when they want these things to like be. So it's like they'll just never eat pork for some reason, but they say shellfish. For some reason, I always notice that. So shellfish is another one of these things that's like another big no-no. It's up there as close to shellfish, but for some reason they just say like, because it's bottom feeders. That's what it's meant to be, and like pigs rolling shit. But But like you'll never see like Larry David as a joke like eating like pork chops, would you? You're never gonna see Alan Sugar eating pork chops or a bacon sandwich. But you will see Alan Sugar, definitely Lord Sugar, eating like crayfish or lobster. And he's like, no, that's all different. It's different. It's only if you're orthodox. And why don't you eat pork? Like, well, that's different as well. Why don't you eat dairy and milk? Well, like you eating those like nachos and these nachos with cheese and beef on it. He's like, oh, that's different. It's different. It's different. And why have you got a tattoo? Oh, it's different. That's different. It's different. But no, these guys are like proper, just like, and I think the way to compare, I guess, is like Amish. I think it's just like there's just a commune of like super. They probably he went to an all boys school, she would have gone to an all girls school. But it's like the malicious mission of them. It's because they know the Jewish population is so little. It's like 60 million of them. They just have they would just be brainwashed that they don't really need to worry about money, but they just need to just have as many kids as possible. And that's what I've noticed about this, is what they're trying to do. That's why, like, any time there's like a Jewish woman, I notice if they're famous and they get married, they just pop kids out. Because the women are the ones that create the new Jews. It doesn't matter if you're a man and you're a Jewish man, it doesn't matter. Because you can't produce new Jewish kids. Your offspring don't do it. It's only the females that do. If you're a Jewish female, and to be Jewish, like I say, it would mean like if you're a female, it would mean that your mum would have had to be Jewish. So let's say like just trying to say, let's say like you were a kid and you were born. Obviously, if you have two Jewish parents, obviously you're going to be Jewish. But if you have like a Jewish dad and a non-Jewish mum, you're not technically Jewish by their like rule. But if you are Jewish and they're not Jewish, their dad's not Jewish. So there's loads of these like like American white celebrities and UK celebrities who got like titulated by like Jewish women, and this is how the guys worked. A lot of them like changed their last names, entered into America after World War II, and then they were just trying to seduce like rich American dudes, and their whole thing they were trying to do was just trying to like get married or then fuck them, just have loads of kids, and then again just trying to sow their seeds. So it's like their MO ever since like World War II. That's just what they've been trying to do, because they know they can't do anything in Israel. It's easier for them to like infect the America and the UK and stuff. So that's why like a lot of the times when you see like the female Jewish starlets, they all have loads of kids. They're always probably going to have loads of kids because they just don't. They themselves don't believe in abortion. If you get a Jewish woman pregnant, I guarantee you she will probably not have an abortion unless you're like black or like unless you're not white. Because they doesn't matter if you're white and a Jewish woman fucks you, because the child will still just look like do you see what I'm saying to you? If anything, it's a better disguise, because the child will probably not necessarily have like massive ears or giant nose. And because the woman marries the dude, she loses her Jewish last name. So even though she gets divorced, she'll keep the new name. And then it's even easier for her, because then she might be able to remarry, and it'd just be like even easier for them, because she might not even admit she's Jewish. And she might just then, and it gets, you just like sucker that new dude into like getting her, like, and then you repeat the process, and she can just end up. And this is what some of these women. Let's give you an example. What's her face? Ashley St. Clair, whatever her name is, the one who got Elon pregnant. Absolute case in point. She was a Jewish woman, and she's just got the best paycheck ever. She's fucked the richest dude in the world, even though she's like complaining she doesn't get enough. She absolutely does. She absolutely is probably getting paid fuck tons more than me. And the reason she just gets it, I just had a child with some rich guy. So what? It's just done, and this is what they do. They're opportunists. They're just doing this. They're just all trying to look for like they're like an easy cash pay, because they know they don't want to work. So they just think like it's easy for them just to like milk the system. So if you're a Jewish woman and you've got like big honkers, because most Jewish women for some reason they just have massive Jewish Azerani Jew tits. And you can like honey trap some dude, absolutely, yeah, because that's the whole point. The Jewish men, so let's like think of, I can't stereotype because I actually don't know, but if you just know of like any Jewish male actors, their mission's different because it doesn't matter so much. Their mission's just to make as much money as possible to try and destabilize the economy, send all that money back to like Tel Aviv, because the whole point is they want to try and take all the money so they have more control. Promote as much degeneracy as possible, which they normally do, because if you do like notice like all of like the movies and TV shows, if they're always like got Jewish like producers, they always end up having the most fucked stories, because it's, and like all the porn, like anytime you see like all this like porn, it was like white women sucking black guys' cocks, it's always a Jewish dude, because it's humiliation for them. They want to humiliate us, the white people, because they're jealous of us. They're not jealous of black people, they're just using them. They just think, we're going to go and find, because not all black guys have massive cocks. In fact, they've actually got, on average, smaller cocks than us. It's just they go and find, like, out of all the black dudes, they'll find a couple of black dudes who just have, like, massive knobs. And they're just, like, the main, like, stunt cocks that you'll see in, like, most porn. But it's just, obviously, you don't see their faces, so you're not going to, like, but if you're probably, like, a dickologist, you'll probably, like, be like, oh, yeah, that's the deranged dick there, I know him. He's like a really famous dick owner, because people will do that. But I'm just saying, like, most like average people don't realize that. So you just keep like watching like every video, and it's just a man with a massive black dick, and you just, and any time they've like got a straight male dick, they'll pick a guy who's got like a hard on, because they'll do it on purpose. The Jewish guy will do it absolutely on purpose, just for that reason. Because they know not only do they make like more money, because black people will feel more comfortable watching it, but then they get like, they know that they're doing like a second mission, which is that the black people are going to be like, oh hell yeah, I got to come to the West because I know it looks like these women just want to have a big black cock, and they just think that their tiny dick, it's like, they think like, it's not as big as that, but it's definitely going to be bigger than Whitey's. That's what happens, and they just think my dick, and that's when my dick becomes them. Because they're not smart enough to like know how to like woo a woman, so they just think it is my dick. I mean, at least he was loyal. I just say to you the amount of times I've had like anything like that actually happen to me. Just because I'm like, what? It's just crazy. It's essentially just what you gotta think is like, if you're like a person of color, brown or black, like why wouldn't you just fuck with someone who's white? Why wouldn't you? These are the questions you need to stop asking. It's not even so much why do they do it. You just like ask why. Like, think in your brain, if you were like some Indian man, and like you came to the world of the whites, and you knew like all of the white women fancied like all the white dudes. What? Yeah, of course you're gonna like just want to try and like, fuck them over and make them look stupid and like humiliate them, aren't you? That's the way that you're gonna get ahead. if you ever think like some black or Indian dude's gonna be looking out in your best interest, you're not. You're fucking wrong. They're always gonna be using you. They've just been like brainwashed into thinking that everyone's just gonna be like, it's all about gems, stolen gems or slavery. And if you ever talk about Saudi Arabia, they just they get really angry. But yeah, it was just like this black woman who was just in. It's always a takeout. It just makes it worse. It's just because. Can I just say to you, I don't think I've ever really ever like acted like that. I always give all the McDonald's people like any love. I think that because I just understand how difficult, and obviously, like, they're making my food. You just don't want to. I just don't know why you want to do that. Because I know like the fallacy's there, but actually, like, in the McDonald's that I do sometimes occasionally go to, very seldom. It usually and I told you I got this like voucher which was $2.99 for a McPlant and fries. That's all right. That's about how expensive it should be. If I ran the country, that's how much a meal would cost. Like, you'd be able to get like a Big Mac meal for like $2.99, and people probably yeah, that sounds fair, doesn't it? But when it's like $5.99, you're like, that does sound like a bit on the expensive side, doesn't it? It's not really, it doesn't really feel like fast food. But whatever, it doesn't matter. But like the position of the grill, you can actually see the whole assembly line. And like, me being a bit of an autistic freak, like, I do actually kind of watch it, and I do realize like there's just no way they would do it. Like, I'm not even like watching just to make sure, but I can just sort of see it. It's you just wouldn't. Like, the people doing it, I just think that they wouldn't do it. It's just not worth it for them. And also, do you know what it's for me? It's like, for me, I just wouldn't want to do that, because it's just, I just wouldn't want to do that. Like, why would you want to do that? Because especially because I don't even know how the problem would work. Because like, if you were the server, they're the one who's going to receive the grief. So that the chef and the people in the assembly line, it's like, unless they've got a code, and that's like the only way I think they could do it, which is just so stupid. But like, if they did, it has to be like, I don't even know how it works. It's like, the server doesn't even work like that. Because the server, like, obviously be like, let's hypothetically, there's some asshole that comes to your door at McDonald's, just being a prick. You'd have to somehow talk with the chef, and, like, convey to them, like, this, you need to like fuck with this like Big Mac you're gonna make, and then it doesn't even work like that, because this is the other thing I've realized that. So this is how it would be so difficult, especially at McDonald's, because I mean they could do it to. No, okay, so I'll explain to you. So they have like different stations. You have like the assembly. Sorry, you've got like the person who's obviously got to be working at the drive-through, who's taking an order, or the server. And then once obviously that meal is punched into the PLU system, PLA system, what do you call it? It gets generated on the board, and then that's going to be split into different categories. People in the restaurant, I think the only visibility they get told is just what they need to make. So for them, and there's different people in different sections. To my mate, I don't know. I think there is like one person just making like a burger. So it's like, I mean, there's like two chefs going at a time, and they're just sort of told which sandwiches they need to make. The person doing like the fries, that's someone separate. So I think they've got a runner doing fries, and so yeah, there's a person who makes the actual meal at the end, and they also make fries as well. And then I think there's a person who also makes drinks, who also makes the burgers, I think, and like any cold desserts. So there's a person doing like three things at that point. So, and because there's a drink station, there's um and the frozen, like the McFlurries and like other stuff, like with sundaes and stuff, and any coffees and things. They're all done on like this little. There's like a little grid, and you just like they just put them on the relevant one. It's very clever. But what I'm trying to say to you is, it would be really hard to like fuck with it, because you can't. They've almost done it in a way like that, which is genius, to make it so that it's almost unfuckable. Because even if you did have a vindictive like person, hey, you who works there, can you spit in one of the Big Macs, please? Like, firstly, they're probably already going to be fucked, because that line will probably be listened to by everyone. So if someone heard you say that who's not part of the gang, they're going to obviously get revolted. Because as I was saying to you, the server isn't the one making the burger. They'll just be like disgruntled a bit, ma'am, I need you to calm down, ma'am, calm down. He's like, fuck you, you little whore, make me my burger now. Give me my burger, you put no onions in, you fucking idiot. He's first like this song out. She's like, ma'am, I'm gonna ask them to make it you again, alright? Ma'am, calm down, ma'am. Like, to them, they'll just probably be like panicking and just pushing, like, just make another meal, make sure it's perfect this time. You're not gonna spit in it, because why would you? Because they'll be absolutely gonna check it. That's why it's always that second fallacy too, because they'll film it too. You can't. If someone's gonna like send food back, the worst thing you can do is fuck with it that time, because they'll absolutely check it. And if you're gonna like fucking spit in it, are you kidding me? They're gonna get easy lawsuit, because they're gonna look for that. That's why it's almost, that's what I'm trying to say to you. It's like, so if they say to you like, oh, can I get a medium steak, and you do it wrong, and you say, can you send it back? Probably what that basically probably just means is just more, all right, chef, you're gonna just need to really pay attention to this. You just got like a really pernickety customer. Don't get hot-headed. Don't take it to offense. It's fine. You just like it's been just this one. Just absolutely don't eyeball this one. Really sit with this one and like know how long you have to do it, because I don't remember how long it is for. So it's not. I don't know. I don't hear me. But I'm just saying, like, they would know. Because I'd understand that if you went to like a Gordon Ramsay restaurant, the worst case scenario, I think the chef would get in probably a bit of shit for that. But I can see it. I could probably see it because the different medium and heats of meat, some are really pedantic, especially if you just get like medium rare, and you're like half, and I think everyone's like half. Because if you just get a steak, you probably just want to have it as rare as you can get it. If you're getting it well done, you're either speedy or you're just insane. And then medium's just going to be the most annoying one, because it's the one that's probably the most likely to be easy to go wrong. But yeah, you just if you just sent it back, as long as like the first dish they got wasn't like like absolutely insane. Like, it was raw, which does happen. That's really embarrassing. If you serve some raw food, that's absolutely like not acceptable. But it has happened. I've seen it. But it's just the worst, most embarrassing thing. Because it just kind of you lose all faith, don't you? It's happened to me. It even happened to me recently, actually, because someone like asked me to like eat send me something, and I basically almost sent it to the completely wrong customer. Luckily, I didn't. But it's like there's that level of confidence, isn't there, where you just think if you make such a big mistake, you like lose a lot of faith. It's like do you know what I'm saying? Alright, just fuck around with the rest of the characters. Yeah, I don't think Kay's got any video out. So we're gonna just have to watch the rest of
This is the weakest you.
Extra Emily, she looks fucked. Why does Extra Emily look so ugly? Why is there so many ugly people? Nope, no new videos. Maybe she's like on holiday or something. Why is she done no more of a podcast? Why is she done no more of a podcast? It's like, it's so funny. It's like, Kay has ADHD, and then it's just like she's got all these like scatter. She's got like she's got like a classic ADHD like shotgun kind of. She's just got like all these shit. She's doing a podcast. It's like stops, and this is what people with ADHD do. You start loads of projects and you just never finish them. So Kay's just gonna probably never ever make episode 3 or 4. She's just gonna probably never be able to do it. And like she looks so different, even in, like the episode, because like in the last episode, like 9 months ago, she still looks like much more different. So it's just crazy. And it's just the podcast, it's just the background, and then the other channel, Katie. And it's like I can see that's just gonna be something where it's probably just gonna like be another dead thing. It's just people with ADHD. It's what they do. Just go with the ideas. So I guess we'll just continue with this, the Tyler stuff.
I think it's perfectly valid, actually, and he hasn't helped himself because he just keeps on doubling.
But again, it's just strange that Katie's not wearing any makeup. I don't get why it's now. Right, let's just pick some of the characters I wouldn't always use. Halibel was cool. The Indian is crumbling. The problem is, once the boomers have gone, Katie, it's not going to be pretty, I guess. How many years do you think I can see into the future? It's not that many. It's not like terrible either. Anyway, less about me. I'm talking nonsense. How did those do? I do like some women getting
down, and it's embarrassing.
Can you just do me a favor real quick and look at this? Seriously, look at it. How sick is that? That's incredible. I did that with my hands.
Oh, balls.
So if you're confused, basically, ever since all of this hit the fan, people have been digging up his old content just to see, I guess, where it all went wrong. And Tyler has this, like, absolute talent at overestimating his artwork. In the last video I did where I spoke about Tyler's beadwork and his artwork being absolutely overpriced, a couple of people turned around.
Yeah, bullshit. I can just look it up. Oh no. What does that even do? Oh god. Fuck. I don't think what to do. He's gonna do so much damage. If he's gonna do like low, then it's I can already start. Oh my goodness, mate. Oh, this is terrible. Shit! You're gonna lose damage. Oh, I can't. I'm sorry. I accept that. That's just tough. It's shitty. I get it. Yeah. That was quite not Authority. Okay. Yeah, that was tough. I don't say. There's just, I think there's just some pairings that is just bad. I want to say that's bad. I'm allowed to say that. Like, Nanatora is just an absolute beast. Oh my god. Oh shit.
To me and said that I was being insensitive to small businesses and that essentially that TikTok audio, it costs so much because it takes me hours. You guys know that one. I'm really tone deaf. I should also join the band Lovejoy. But yeah.
That's actually an alright joke. Didn't make me laugh, but it was okay. Get a patronising clap from me. Yeah, why does he get like a big chunk of himself though? Fuck. So cool. This is cool. You just don't see it when I film like that. It's cool to actually just finish it.
Everyone, well, a couple of people were being like, oh, you know, I think it's justified. Like, honestly, if you think that, then you have absolutely no idea how things are priced.
Fuck.
Listen, I know that small businesses are, they often struggle and have to charge for the labour that's put in. It's not the same as a machine that can mass-produce products. I get.
Look, she has a heart, because that's what she wants. She wants to be dominated. Ooh. And this is why it's funny, because he never brings up, like, Annabelle. Sorry. He's always like, fuck no. Fuck no. And I was like, what about Annabelle? He's like, oh, Annabelle deserved it. She deserved free. What? You and your fucking skin. Maybe you could play with my massive nut. Hey, Nonator, it's dinner time.
I get it, but no, I'm sorry, some of the prices are extortionate.
My hands and my brain stuff.
I'm sorry, but this just looks like a colouring book. Why is it acrylic? What is it? Really chalky looking? Again, I'm not an artist, believe me, I'm not artistic at all.
I know, I can tell. You know wordsmith. You can't make anything. I can make things. Okay, Jeff. Ah! Ooh! Okay. Oh, hey, Becca, touch it. Oh, shit. This will hurt. Oh, good one. No way! No way! No way! Ah, it's gonna suck. I think I do 4. Damn. I'm not happy at all. It's very cool.
For now. For now.
Dig. One Piece. Do you want to know if One Piece exists? Yeah, it does. I know that, that's just true. Like the Japanese movie. Everything about this game is like a cacophony of beauty. No. Nah, there's some very... Nah. Alright.
A lot of butts on it, and then I posted it, and basically no one saw it, and that hurt all of my feelings. Let's just look at
No one saw it because it looked. I could make that in Paint, right, in 5 seconds on my PC. Does that not look like a giant color?
The thing is, Katie, it is ignorant because you just said you're not a painter. I am a painter, Katie. And like when you do actually look at Picasso's paintings, there is a subtlety to it that does make it really good. It isn't just that easy just to do that. I know you think that, but even if we do just take it to the medium of that, he does go a little step beyond. He's just not using like grade school acrylic paint. He's gonna probably he's using a proper oil paint, and he's drawing, and the lines are very, very like deep and very like. It is actually harder to draw as Picasso than you think. It's very strange. It's just like you have to kind of understand there's like a nuance to it. So sometimes when you do see stuff, and I know this because, for example, I might as well. I draw. I don't do like I sometimes do stills. I mean, there's one that from like animes. And I do it with paint. It is really hard. Like if you do see someone who's got like a really decent acrylic portrait of like Goku or something, it's been done. It's just any like panel from like a DPC manga. It looks really good because if you actually have to do it with paint, like even like for example, if I was trying to draw Hannibal here, you have to think that you got to do like white. So if that's this whole of an A4, you've got to like do a whole big thing here with white, and you've got her hair's like kind of yellow, but there's no different grading of yellow, so you're gonna have to like try and blend black into that to make that, and it is really hard. It is really if you're on paint, it is really easy, but if you're actually doing a tangible version of it, it's not as easy as just being like, I can just squeeze out because you got to get these paints. Where are you gonna buy that paint, Katie? How are you gonna buy her hair specific paint? You're not. You have to make it. You have to blend it. You have to learn how to do that. Which will mean you're going to have to buy like a set of paint to do that, and you're going to have a set of brushes. You're going to have some like white spirit to clean your brushes. You're going to have the actual canvas. You're going to actually have to be able to stencil what you're doing on it. Like if you're good enough to just look at it and do it, that's a really hard. That's something that I know is very hard to do. I can just about do it, but I'll usually get the proportions wrong, but it'll look kind of right. It just won't look like it won't be photographic identical, but I'll probably be able to do it and get like if I just eyeball it. But that isn't a common thing you do. You have to like look and like know where you're doing your dimensions. Some people trace it, but then you just wouldn't do that because like that's not how you would do it. Because anime would never be done like as a portrait. But that's why when you do it, it is kind of like it honors it a bit. Cause it's like it shows that how much retro scaling anime onto like something you do on like a cartoon into like actual art is interesting. Like old school art. Konomura is like he's a really fun character. I love Konomura, but. I just think that I hate this Bankai. It's so fucked. I don't even know what to do. I don't even know like, what's the best thing for me to do. Like, what was the point? They just did such a bad job of it. Because I don't want to use it. I never want to use it. Oh shit. Fine. You will die, Dogman. I will win. Hey, Dogman.
Sorry, bud. And you've given a toddler who's just learnt to colour within the lines a pen. And I'm sorry, like, maybe that is mean, but if I had this much delusion, I would be unstoppable. Because, boy, I would be like, oh yeah, I'm so talented. Maybe I am good at...
This is the biggest irony is Casey fucking retarded. She doesn't realise that she is just getting on unmerited, like, advantage, which is just... she's a white woman. She will refuse to understand that. She will absolutely cope and see, but I'm too to understand. That's how I know Kay's boyfriend's black. That is it. That is it. You're too powerful to let live, I'm afraid. Oh, fuck. Worse. And just a big chunk of health back.
Then if this is the standard that we're setting ourselves at, then I'm also good at art and I should start selling my pieces for $800.
Yeah, Kay's just again, she's found out that this, like, the whole problem with art and entertainment is just a false economy. Come on. Yes. Hey, goat woman.
You know, for something like this.
Shading on a metallic paint, that's hard to do. I don't know.
Oh, I love porn. I watch porn. Mr. Burns had done it. The power plant had won it. I did it.
Minecraft enchanting table language for this. I guess TikTok was all, oh, you put your heart and soul into Technoblade art because it's awesome and you felt sad about it. You, I guess. And here we are. Seriously, just look at it.
You know, the longer I look at it, the more I hate it, to be honest. And also, like, what is with this way of talking? You know, a lot of people pointed this out, but he just has this way of talking that just drives me insane.
Good tone, please, Katie, again. Good old tone, please, Katie. Yeah, I met a couple of managers like this. They'd like just say, "Oh, why are you talking about this?" Like, what are you?
For now.
Help me, Katie, please. I think I've done all of the. Yeah. I haven't played it now. What do I do? Yeah, I can be fine.
It's like this smug, overly happy, cringy Shane Dawson-esque expressions that really just send me over the edge, make me want to blow my brains out, to be honest.
Oh, that's really fun. Really fun.
Okay, we've seen it, can't unsee it. Next.
I have a terrible day. I find out like the whole world is against me.
This is like brain cock. This is like what Katie watches.
Come on. What can I say about that? What can I say?
I've been told to stop gatekeeping my talents, so I'm gonna do that.
No, listen, man. No one's telling you to stop gatekeeping it. I can assure. Keep that gated. Keep that gated. Gate.
Locked, you fucking retard. What's wrong with you? Why is your brain so small? Take this, my clone. So powerful.
Gate that keeps, okay? Keep that away. We don't want to see. I promise you, no one's upset that you're gonna gatekeep that. That's fine. I'm okay with that, and I think we can all watch and collectively agree we were happy with you to gatekeep certain things. You deserve it. You deserve to keep the gate. Keep it for yourself, yeah? Keep it for yourself.
Sure. The song's not even out yet. It's already stuck in my head. I can't Google the lyrics. Tell them to correct me or something. Anyway.
The one thing I would say about Tyler is that he's always happy, man. And look, maybe that's the key to life, is being delusional. Being delusional is the key to happiness, and I think we should all take a leaf from his book.
I swear, I've eaten all my egg whites.
Ouch. So good. I don't believe this. No. Okay, this should kill her.
Still you give me stage fright. It feels like there's a guidebook that everyone can read, but just when you said come closer, you really mean it.
Tyler's the type of guy to have chemistry with himself. You know, like those videos where people...
What? All right. Shit. That's gonna really suck. Nothing personal.
Like, do skits of them flirting with themselves. Tyler would do that so well. Like, look at him right now. He is feeling it. Yes.
Yes, queen.
Mimosa. Room temperature, mimosa.
Get Katie's greatest hits. Okay. Oh, you heard.
Oh, sir. I wonder if it's fun. I can do this. That's what he sounds like. It's like such a grating noise. Sorry, this video is turning into me just being mean, but like I said, gotta go back
Katie
to
hates what he words, by the way. Katie would cries when I say words. She's like a big giant pussy. I love porn. Oh, that's why I think it's Katie trying to wet burp. That was a really good burp. Because I feel so much better. I refuse to die. I refuse to die.
It is what it is.
To be emotionally bankrupt, you take it as it
I've noticed his last syllables. Emotionally bankrupt. He's giving Trisha Paytas where she goes at the end of a sentence.
Oh, you'll be fine.
I feel sick.
That damn gig.
Okay, do you want to drink some of that lava love? Oh my goodness. This might be pretty quick. I'm not gonna give up. I will not give up. I was born.
Cool. He gets us all.
So fucking fun. There are no atheists in the foxholes.
But guys, don't criticize his vocals because remember he lost his vocals after he totaled Alexa's car with his body. We'll get onto that in a minute, which can I say it's not possible, right? It's not. It's not possible.
Someone once totaled Alexis with my body, and now I'm
Who's Alexis? Why did she total your body? That's the question.
a professional freeloader. I do.
Right, so the claim is that he basically had his life turned upside down years ago because he totaled a car with his body, which, by the way, if a car hits you and is totaled, you're dead. There is no possible scenario in which you stay alive. I knew a guy, right?
What is he talking about?
Who I used to live with, and he basically told me that he got hit by a car at 90 miles an hour, and he would actually tell people that story with a dead-ass straight face, as if a car hit you at 90 miles an hour, you wouldn't be dead. Like, bro said he got hit by a car at 90 miles an hour.
That's not impossible. There are so many circumstances. It's not impossible. I mean, there are certain things that he might have just got clipped by it. I know that still sounds, but it is still really bad. But if you just got like, clipped by a car. That's why I'm boop. But oh well. I'm sure they'll get used to it against me. I'm probably a cover analysis. Play with my dick and balls. Play with my dick and balls. Yeah, Soy Fong's like a decent character.
Now and just got up and walked away. And this is what Tyler's saying essentially. If a car hits you and is totaled, you are dead. You are totaled. You are a pancake on the floor, or you've been pureed into a million.
Sorry, Kate, what videos have you seen for this? Because it's not true. I've seen this stuff like this happen, and sometimes there are like fluke miracles where like, because cars are, believe it or not, designed to be able to take these sort of impacts. I know you might think that, but they do their best. So, not necessarily, because a car can be basically totaled for like probably not that much these days. Because like, especially if you just had like, you're right, if you had a collision at like 90 miles per hour, it's very fast. But like, for example, I'm just trying to explain. Maybe if you went to an impact barrier. Because, like, the point of impact barriers are they're designed to, like, take... Because I'm going to assume that maybe this happened on a motorway. And you were speeding on a motorway, for example. So, like, if you go into an impact barrier, those things are, like, basically designed to, like, just sort of, like... Try and slow you down. If you, like, look at the way those things, like, bend out. They're just trying to, like, slow down your kinetic energy. But it's just not impossible, but... I guess you're right to ask questions. That's good on you. But I just don't know if it's necessarily impossible. I'm not gonna put that. Never say that because it's there. This is like when the Indian dude he like flexes 116 IQ at me. It's like it's just it doesn't work. Oh, for real.
For now.
I guess the spiciest part. Oh, that gave me like my intestines feel a little bit. Oh, a spicy part. But you're never gonna hit Brittany Bay do spicy part. Nor do I ever want her to. But that's what I'm saying to you. It's like she can't do anything she wants. I'm allowed to do that, Katie. I'm gonna be disgusting for me. Because I'm insane now. I do like so far. Again, like there was no point. There was no part of So Fong where I ever just really thought she was a woman. To be fair, she was just very. I just thought, okay, a woman who's really, really, really fast. Yeah, that makes sense. It's a great archetype for like a woman. Because they just like the sort of the trope they just do is just like people just sort of like born with like insane riot suits, so it just makes sense. You just have a female, it's like freak so strong. Danger, like God, please. I'll kill him.
You are dead. You are totaled. You are a pancake on the floor, or you've been pureed into a million pieces of squishy human flesh, right? You're not alive anymore.
Your USDC earns.
That's what Osuke said when she had her abortion. I'm just that funny. It's too funny, Kate. The Shunko. Uh-oh. Well done. Take it. That's right. Very cool. Oh goodness. Take this hollow as well.
Automatically. No setup, no lockups. Trade it or withdraw anytime. It earns 1.75% APR by default.
Of squishy.
Decimated.
Human flesh, right? You're not alive anymore. Maybe I should just start telling people that my vocals used to be good until I totaled a truck with my body.
I prefer the word artist, though. I actually make jewelry like this. I sell it, too. I also make stuff like this, and stuff like this, too. And I've worked hard enough and been lucky.
Don't get me wrong, his beadwork is actually quite cool. You can tell it takes time, right? My issue lies within this whole, well, I'm a small business, therefore I can charge, for example, that one he's wearing. I mean, I'd estimate based off of his prices that I saw on his website is probably, what, $700, $800, maybe $900. For the UK lot, that's what, £500 minimum. You know, I'm not paying £500 for a necklace that has been on your sweaty neck. Let alone £500 for a necklace full stop, unless you're paying for the name, right? I just don't think 500. I've seen loads of small businesses too post their prices for beads, and none of it is close to his prices. He is just overcharging because he wants to move to Brighton to be closer to his love, his Juliet, Wilberfoot.
So this is my full time. Had orders from 48 states, 15 countries, 3 continents. I'm doing okay.
Oh yeah, he also claims that he sent one of his parcels, his things, to the Antarctica, but then some people went on
the Antarctica.
You can't deliver to Antarctica. So I think he'd just be saying things.
But the funny
The Antarctica.
thing is that this was never my end game. I was actually a musician before I got here. I sang, I wrote music, I played the...
You're still a musician. Am I being, I don't know, maybe I don't understand, but you still are a musician just because you got hit by a car. You still sing, not very well, but you are still a musician. Like, you know, all jokes aside, I don't think that being hit by a car, you should still, if you're a musician, still call yourself a musician. Whether you're a good one isn't really relevant, but you're still a musician. Being hit by a totaling a Lexus doesn't change that. I'm such a bitch.
Trumpet, I was in a band. We were halfway through an album. Unfortunately, taking an SUV to the rib cage at 50 miles an hour.
Oh, okay. Yeah, 50 miles an hour to the rib cage. Bro, no.
I meant I couldn't sing anymore. I only started making the jewelry because I thought it might keep me sane. And it did, and it pays my bills, and it makes me happy. But over the past 5 years, while I came to terms with the fact that I probably became the rest of my life...
I do believe that he was hit by a car, I just don't believe...
I love horror. Did it? I think. Did it wrong here. I did it wrong. I'm so sorry. Let me read this guy's moves, because it's actually real when I read this guy's moves. What happened? Yeah. I hate this. This sounds horrible. What am I doing? Just fight somebody who's not there,
It
aren't
was at
you?
50 miles an hour, and I don't believe he totaled the car. But I do, I know people that have chronic illness issues, and it's not fun. And I do empathise in that regards. I do. I just don't believe the details of your story, and I believe they might be exaggerated a little bit for monetary gain. Also, it's hard to have sympathy for you too much because you're a bit of a cunt, really.
I saw my friends tore.
Yeah. I don't think this can kill him. I look up.
Releasing out.
Oh, I love cum.
A lot of pain. My voice is even better than it used to be. And now,
Oh wow. So
Oh, wow.
totaling on your body kinda did.
Wait, what happened?
Really?
I save $1 from every order in the hopes that I can finally buy back all the music equipment that I sold to make ends meet. And while I have zero interest in being a solo act, did that with the jewelry. It was lonely. I take comfort in the fact that if the band asked me to join tomorrow, I could comfortably say yeah.
Who's he hinting at? Could it be the Lovejoy?
Yes, but until that tomorrow comes, I'm still pretty good at all the other stuff. So at least I did something right. Okay, love you, bye.
I don't like the lip ring, and look, a lot of people say to me they don't like mine. That's fair, but it's just it doesn't. I don't understand where it's going in. There, I don't know. Don't like it though.
Why did you have to bring up that, Katie? Such an narcissist. Why is Katie's head like a third smaller than mine? Do you have a reason? I don't think so. Ooh. Yeah, this is how I fucking do. Why is Katie's head smaller than mine? Because she's meant to have kids. And kids aren't meant to be as smart as her, so it's not as important. Because I look after the kids when they're like, oh shit. Alright, you little cunt. Fine.
Right, so this is where it gets interesting. Do you guys remember he said that he had a job lined up in England, but it fell through? He was really excited, but last minute.
This feels legit, mate.
It fell through, and that's why he's raising money there, GoFundMe, and selling his jewelry to go again because his last job offer fell through. Well, it turns out apparently he never had a job offer, and the guy that he claims offered him a job has now come online to say that he never offered him a job, and that Tyler, as we, could well imagine, was living in Delulu land again.
And it'll give me enough free time to also focus on my own work and building my own.
Since we're all so deep in this lore now, remember he said he had...
Katie looks so angry. Who do you think I am, King of Glory? I just shot myself. I'm sorry, Shiko, you're nowhere near my level, bro.
a job lined up with Stuart Semple, and that's why he was moving to England the first time. Stuart Semple has entered the chat.
Visiting the studio isn't a job offer.
He didn't even have a job. He was going to move to England thinking he was getting a job, and he wasn't even offered a job. Oh my...
I just played my balls. Okay, why do they make these people famous? Is it so like black and Indians can laugh at them? I think it's a humiliation ritual, shit shekels. Do you remember the episode of The Simpsons when Homer had to like be like Mr. Burns' boss? I think there was like a I'm gonna kill you, you black man. Oh, that was the stickiest burp I've done in like a really long time. I feel 3 seconds. So
God! I also saw that this account, Stuart Semple, who's been posting for a long time, made a comment on a Tyler Catastrophe snark Reddit. I can't believe he's a snark creator already. Just to say, he was a nice guy. He visited my studio while traveling in England and obviously became infatuated with the UK. He spent about half an hour with me, and a few weeks after he got home, he asked me for a job. I said that if he made it to England and sorted out a visa, we could talk about it. Oh, if you move here, we could talk about it. Not actually thinking that Tyler would do that. That said, there was never a job offer, and I wasn't sure what he could contribute. Mind you, Tyler did say that he gave them tips when he was there, so I don't know what tips he gave them. I get that he loved our studio and wants to be a part of it. I never expected him to take that as a green light to sell all of his stuff and go on a
this is actually pretty funny.
crowdfunding rampage. That said, I hope that if he wants to be in England, he makes it over and carries on making his art. Begging.
It's easy to believe too because we've seen that Tyler just does make up, right? Or at least believe his own ramblings. So I
Pidgey.
actually believe
He's mentally insane. He's clearly mentally insane. This should kill him. Dude, it looks like weed.
that because I thought to begin with, well, how do we know this guy's not just jumping on the bandwagon, right? But I do believe it because it sounds perfect based off of what we know about Tyler and his kind of delusional way of living in his own little bubble, right? It makes a lot of sense. And I think this here is what makes it a little bit more scary that he wants to move to England so badly because, you know, having that little exciting interaction that he had, fine, you misunderstood, you wanted to move, your dreams got crushed, but now you're trying again, you know, all because, what did he say? Oh, I just like England, I like Brighton because it's got a pretty beach, and because he'll be closer to support his favourite football team, or something like that. The obsession with getting to England, no matter what, is a bit more concerning paired with this parasocial thing he's got going on with Wilbur.
For a job that doesn't even exist anymore, well, it never even existed in the first place. This is the second comment.
Alright, do one more.
It was about the GoFundMe. I feel bad for the situation with Tyler, but I have to be clear that I never offered him a job. I said that if he managed to make it to the UK, we'd talk about it. Clearly he was excited and he loved what we were doing.
No, I don't really. Just kidding you. Alright, one more. Let's think. Jack can't be the third, yeah. I dig Chad, you know. So I give Chad some pap. I can't believe I did that. It made me feel racist to even do it. I have a story, but I can't say it. I'm sorry. I don't know if I'll watch this, but I wonder if I can. I'll be impressed if I can, actually. I've got no clue. That sounds for you. Alright.
Doing and wanted to be a part of it, and he was infatuated with England. That's the second time he said that. He's infatuated with a lot of things, actually. I hope he makes it over here if that's what he wants, and I don't think anyone should be giving him such a hard time. He was a nice guy, but it was a little...
Stuart's being really nice considering Tyler came online and said that Stuart messed him around.
A couple years ago, I flew halfway around the world to meet an artist named Stuart Sutton. While I was the scheduling director at the time, I got to spend some time in the Cultureist studio. I made amazing friends, I loved to work on some things, and it was the most inspired I had ever been in my life. I definitely did not want to leave ever. Before this visit, during this visit, after this visit, me and Stuart had messaged back and forth quite a few times, and I thought it was great. But then, of course, I got back to the States, realized I really didn't want to be there anymore, and I wanted to go back to England. So I took a chance, which is what got me to the studio in the first place, and I asked Stuart outright, hey, I need to be out of my current living place by this time. If I can get the money to get would you hire me? And when
Oh, I'm gonna stick his father. This fuck blew him out.
he said that we could probably make that happen, I was ecstatic. I was over the moon.
It's interesting that this is so vague. Like, his wording is so vague. We could probably make this happen. AKA, we'll see what I can do. I bet that's what he said, right? Because that's what people do to let you down gently. So I've been guilty of that before. It's like when you bump into someone and they're like, hey, long time no see. And you're like, yeah, how's things? And they're like, yeah, good, yeah, let's meet. And you're like, yeah, let's organise something soon. You know, if that person then came to my house that evening with some camping chairs and a few beers, I'd be like, what the... You know, it's just a thing.
Shows a masked gaze. Why is he masked? Wally shiitake mushrooms, right? Over reissues. Shit. Oh dear.
of speech, mate. It's just a figure of speech, and maybe he's I don't know, neurodivergent. Sometimes that can mean you know, find it harder to take things not seriously, but I'm neurodivergent and I would understand that you don't just assume that you have a job with somebody and sell
Sorry,
all of your...
Katie, that's a bit racist or evil of you, because you can't, like, say that everyone's like that. That's really valid. Oh, I jumped off. Fucked him.
The belongings. Oh my god, is this your first day on planet Earth?
And looking back, that really was just a positive maybe, but it really felt like a yes in the moment.
So you're acknowledging that then? Right.
And I knew that if there was even a chance it could happen, I would have to act immediately. I started crowdfunding.
That's okay.
おそらくは元来力という言葉の認識そのものが君たちと私では異なっている。
Oh, fuck.
sales, I started pushing my art businesses very hard.
Yeah, we know, that's why it's like $900 for a piece.
And my friends over at Culture Hustle were also super excited for me. They were and still are super supportive, and I love them very much. At one point in all this, I even had a conversation with the artist liaison over at Meow Wolf Grapevine, and I passed along Stuart's contact information because I knew Stuart would love to work with Meow Wolf. But as we got closer to the time that I had given Stuart that I needed to move, all communication stopped. Even with people in the studio telling him he needed to talk to me, nothing. And then eventually, trying to communicate with a brick wall grew so humiliatingly insane that I ended up having to get his assistant's email in the hopes that they would just give me...
This is so funny. This is literally so him. Like, not taking no for an answer, or also just not knowing when to stop being parasocial and chasing something that doesn't want you back. But this is so aligned perfectly with his obsession over Wilbur, thinking that one day they're going to get married and skip off into the sunset to one of Lovejoy's songs. Oh, oh, so happy. Oh, oh, so happy. If you don't know, that's...
I just joked off a little bit as well. Oh, you idiot. It's dying. It's a very good kill for that. Seconds. Uh-oh. I love that. I watch everything you ever do. I really love that. There you go. Let's get to this.
This is what they sound like.
And it was one of the most humiliating moments of my life. I felt like...
Me, when I go to sleep and I imagine winning the lottery and what I would do with all that money and running through it in my mind and how great life would be. And then I realised that that was all just me daydreaming, so it wasn't real. But Tyler, on the other hand, would plan out how he's going to spend the money that he's daydreamed and then get annoyed when he checks his bank account that there isn't actually money there.
I was in disgrace, and it sucked. And then I didn't talk about it at all. My once very promising career took a huge nosedive, and I wound...
promising? That's up for debate.
Basically homeless and had to beg my mom to let me move in with her for a couple.
Okay, let's not say basically homeless. Basically, you weren't because you had your mum, right? Like, the thing is with this guy is he's always looking for like people to feel sorry for him. My body totaled an SUV. Oh, I was basically homeless. Oh,
Remember, if this dude was black, okay, but he's from Africa. He's white, okay.